Hello, I'm back to play some more Islanders New Shores. The challenge that I worked on last time was Manufactory. The one that I want to work on next is Vanishing, but I don't have the time for two islands right now. So I've got the choice between Mount Roberson and Metropolis. Metropolis, building draw, limit never declines, so that's going to take longer. I'm going to go for Mount Roberson next. I'll take a peek at what the scores are looking like. I think a couple of these are the dev. Oh, that's a big change compared to the rest of them. 27k, is that... I wonder if you get a lot of boons on this island, or if that is that like they allow bonus points for a single island. Because like 27k for one island without boons is crazy. Give it a shot. I'm gonna look through the first couple islands, like I'm gonna re-roll them just to see what the island generation looks like, because I'm assuming nothing changes about this. It's just that, yeah, you have very limited space to play your buildings. You get... What? 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 Oh my god. What do you mean you have 20 of these things? Mansions are just the best building to go for. It's C City Pack, take City Pack. This is so different from how I normally play. I'd want to see if there's a way that I could get a jeweler on a map. I don't know if it just hasn't spawned for this one or not, but like, I kind of just want to make a parking garage like I've done before. Where's that like a nice flat surface for me to build on? I think here. Yeah. It's like, these always look so funny when you stack wall platforms like directly on top of each other. It like looks like such a waste of space, because it is. Wall platforms are such good buildings if you have them like tight but not too tight to each other. What do you... God, the setups that you could make for houses and mansions, the temple pit that you could build in this. Oh my god, and look at all the boons that you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that is 8, yes. So this, I'm going to assume, doesn't have what is it, as many score loops as Island 19, so it's gonna be like around 4,000 points, I wanna say, that you can score before getting to the end. It's wrong. It's so wrong. I'm still building wall platforms and I haven't gotten to the top of this, even though they're like almost as tight to each other as they possibly can be. So I have like about, I'm gonna say it's like 400 points to get to that. You get the Cliff House pack first, and then other packs from there. Got it. Oh, should have taken City Pack. That's so weird that some items were like getting, yeah, they're being added from the bottom of the bar. Okay. Game? I guess it doesn't like adding that many packs that quickly, one after another. Guys, I've scaled my cliff houses. Guys, I think I've solved it. I think I've... it's so weird. It's so weird. Okay, let me keep playing until I get that first boon so that I know about how many points it takes. I'm gonna assume it's 450. Let me play this for 9 points, see if like that's an exact amount. Nope. A few more. Let's play it in increments of 4 from here. There's that boon. So it's around 550, or sorry, 455 times 8 is 5k. I think it's like 5,500. I'm gonna open up a calculator. It'd be so much easier. I am so off. What am I doing with my math? 3,640 points. So I'm going to assume it's 3,650 points that you are able to get before you're getting a score loop. So you're going to get a lot of buildings. Yeah, even with 20 wall platforms, it is going to be hard to place all of them. And you are going to have to find places to like play your wheat fields and things. I think a green wall platform at the top of this to play all of your wheat fields on top of is a good idea. Actually, let me take some time to like think about how I'm going to wrangle this for points, because if somebody got 27k, I don't want to say solved it, but like they've got strategies that the devs didn't see coming. I'm wondering if plateaus and wheat fields are the way to go, because plateaus, they like to be by seaweed fields, but like that's always a hard thing to do because your seaweed fields and farms should be beside your harbors and docks. Like plateaus don't get played near there, they get played near the masons. The plateaus, if you were to put like 3 or 4 beside each other, the wheat fields are going to score off of like, I'm going to say on average 2 plateaus at a time, maybe like 2.5. So they're getting an extra 5 points per. That's like being beside a statue, always. That does mean that your houses and things like that are not going to be able to be played on top of the plateaus. Oh, that's also rough because you don't have good early point scoring buildings. You want to save your cliff houses until you see a city center, until you see a shaman. But you only have that and wall platforms at the beginning. So you would need to play a few wall platforms preemptively. Oh, and that would be really difficult to like get the sizing proper of like what I would want to do in a perfect world is play plateau and plateau on the ground beside a bunch of masons around it, and then I'd want to put what is it, like city centers on like a water platform out here, but there's no water platform at that point, so you just have to play it at the edge of the plateau. And then on the wall platforms here, you'd place wall platform. Here, let me. I don't have any wall platforms to show it with you. I don't know if you get any more. Let me just use an actual building so that like I can draw up the wall. So you place a plateau down here, and you could place buildings on top of it. You wouldn't want to place city centers because they take up like 2 vertical spaces, whereas houses only take up 1. And you'd play a wall platform above it. Sorry, plateau 1 placed here. Can I play anything with water? That's not going to show it well. Guess not even a seaweed farm is going to show it well. Whatever. You play 1 plateau here, you play a 2nd plateau here. Mansions or houses in the center are going to be able to detect both of them, and then you play wall platform 1 and wall platform 2 above it. Mansions right in the center are detecting 1, 2 wall platforms plus 1, 2 plateaus for an extra. Well, you can see how the points scale by this. You've got 4 things that it's beside, and then a couple other mansions. So the mansions are worth like 30 points. And you put wall platform, and you keep putting down more mansions. And then eventually you would put a terrace here, and that terrace would score off of all of the buildings that you've placed. Or sorry, not the terrace. The temple goes on top of that. You could point invert with a guild hall on it. Yeah, I could see getting to 27k on this using those strategies. I mean, you get 20 free buildings, and all of them are wall platforms. Okay, I've got to reset this. I've got to play it for real. I'm not even gonna like say that this is a practice run or a trial run because I always play my trial runs way too slowly. I play it like a real run. Is Mount Roberson gonna take me longer than like the other ones? I don't think it's gonna take me longer than Vanishing, but like it's gonna take a lot longer than I thought. Let's restart it. Currently I got a fantasy biome. I want to see if the biome changes. If I can get a biome that allows me to place more trees, maybe more fish might be beneficial. Okay, so you can also get a desert, which is like the same as fantasy because you're planting blooming trees. Let me try again. Yeah, Roberson. I definitely want as much space beside the statue as possible so I can place, well, more buildings beside it. Is it always going to spawn on this small of an area? Oh, this is a great temple pit right here. You would place a terrace down here. You would place plateau 1 under the wall here, plateau 2 under the wall here, a bunch of wall platforms on the edges, like 1, 2, 3. It might be a bit too big, actually. I'm gonna re-roll and keep seeing if I get a different biome. But I'm thinking that it's like in the game they've got temperate and tropical, tropical and luminous, which are basically the same biome except for their tree shape. You've got fantasy and desert, which are basically the same biome apart from like I think they're the same except for the color scheme, and that's it. And I guess how big the trees are. The palm trees are a slightly different shape than these trees. I don't like this one. It's not as condensed as the other one. I would want a condensed space to build in. And it is looking like it's fantasy or desert. So like if they give you a seed to start with, you have to draw that like same type of seed, I guess I could say. So like if they give you a temperate area, you can draw temperate, tropical, or luminous. If you are given fantasy, you're given fantasy or desert. If you're given tundra, well, there's no other option than tundra. So like you're not going to be able to re-roll into a different island. This one looking a little bit better than before. My wall platforms still seem like they're going to be too far apart from each other here. If these 2 walls were a bit closer to each other, or I could play... I could make a temple pit between these 3. I just don't like that this space over here is not being used at all. I do like that most of my trees are already up here with flowers off to one side. I could play a lot of verduras up here. Terrace eventually goes here, mountain shrine on top of it. I'm gonna re-roll one more time. Churches, Mount Roberson. Not one more time. I'm going to continue re-rolling until I find an island I think is better. Oh no. Okay, so I am going to keep re-rolling until I find a luminous area, because... Is this a luminous area I want to build in? I don't think there's enough space for these wall platforms here. Let me zoom in. Yeah, there's space enough for one wall platform from side to side. I would like there to be space for 2 wall platforms if I'm building in a pit. And I don't think there's any other pits, yeah, in this map. Okay, so then to test something out... Give me my verdure. Where is it? Where is it? Maybe I need to take brewing pack? Oh, there it was. Okay, well. Verdure. There you are. Okay. So I want to test to see... Yep, it doesn't have any blooming trees. So luminous is the biome that I want, since it spawns more trees than fantasy or desert. So I need to keep re-rolling until that happens, and I get an island generation that I think I'm going to like. It's hard to say exactly what island generation I want, because what do you mean I have 20 wall platforms? That's too many. Okay, pass this one up. I'm gonna leave this in the video. If I do a rerun of this in the future, I think then I'll just like skip to like, hey, this is the island that I re-rolled to, just because it's... I want you guys to see my thought. Ooh, you can roll any biome. Okay, so this is similar to Luminous, and where you can spawn more trees, so I'm liking it a bit more. This seems like a good enough pit. It might be a little bit too low to the ground if this guy was any higher. Oh, it would be perfect, because you could build wall platforms on both sides here, wall platforms on both sides here, wall platforms on both sides here. Maybe this is a little bit far away, but like not too much. Back and forth. And so like this entire thing would be a pit with a range increased guild hall, or more than likely not a score multiplied guild hall. It could pick up like all of your buildings. Yeah, that's going to be worth a lot of negative points. I think I'm going to play it. Even though this isn't perfect, this one needs to be higher, this one needs to be higher. Like if these two were swapped, prime. I could not ask for better island generation, but we'll go for it. So we need to get enough points to get to the first building. I'm going to pray that my first building pack is verdure, so that I have some base points to be able to get to the next building pack. Make it through. I cannot play any cliff houses until I get my city center or my shamans. They're going to lose too many points. So I need to just play wall platforms, which means I need to plan ahead for where my wall platforms want to be, and I'm going to lock them in that place. I think I'm not going to get many plateaus, like maybe 3 or 4 over the course of the game. So I'm almost inclined to use these wall platforms as a base. Over here, I can spawn other plateaus if I want to build buildings all the way down there. But I would like to build from the bottom up. The reason being, it's a lot easier to place buildings looking down when you're forced to look down than playing them in the other direction. So I want to keep as much building space as possible. It's really hard to know if like that is going to be something that's going to mess up a building placement in the future, that rock. So I might need to play these guys a bit higher. And if I'm playing this one higher, then all of these wall platforms need to be a bit higher. This guy can't go on straight, so then I can't also put this guy on straight. They both need to be at this angle, but I don't know if that's something I can do. Let's see. Oh, my bad. So that angle can come a little bit past that crack. And this angle can stay until that crack. Okay, so this is the angle that I'm playing wall platforms at, which seems like I can build along this wall following that pattern, which is good. I don't know how I'm going to fill in this pocket of space in the back corner. I might not, which is a bad thing. Okay, if I'm playing these ones up here, these ones need to link together. I guess the bottom platform can link together, and like, or the bottom section can link together however it makes sense. I'm liking this. I might put it up a little bit to be in line with these rocks off to the right. Hold on, get that. So like this, so that I can build on that rock face and on this wall platform at the same time. And then the next wall platform I would love to have be in line with this, but I don't know if that's possible. We're going to stretch it out to there, I think. Maybe a bit higher. Let's try that. Okay, I have no idea if that's in line perfectly or not, but come on, that looks very clean. Covers up to that line. I think any buildings that I place in here are good. or like will find a spot to fit. Now I would like to play another wall platform that lines up with it well, but nothing around this area is. Maybe something coming off of this rock will suit me better? No. So even though this wall platform looks like it's perfectly in this corner, there's no other wall platforms that can really align with it well. So it's not a wall platform I want to keep. So we undo you. We're gonna have to find a different way to fill in this corner. I think I should start from somewhere else then, see what other options I have available. Maybe this is better. I leave that small triangle space left unbuildable. This is eating up a lot of like buildable space on the corner though, so I would want it to be further out, but the further out I have it, the less space I'm filling in with this back triangle here. Which, hold on, if I can get it facing like this direction at the bottom, that might be fine. I would want to pull it back out further though, and I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't. Rough. That could be a shrunken wall platform tucked back here in the future, but like, do I want to use shrink on a wall platform in like one of the challenges that's saying fit as many buildings in here as you possibly can? Okay, I wonder if Connor Roberson, the namesake of this island, had any like say in what this challenge was going to be, or because like he's known for hating cliff houses. He does not like taking the buildings. He thinks they score really lowly. Do you think they're taunting him by saying, "Come on, man, you have to play the cliff houses. You have to know how to use them"? Well, I mean, he probably does know how to use them, but like he just doesn't enjoy to. They're just tormenting him. What if I were to play you first? Is there anything that I can follow up to fill up predominantly this square right here? Doesn't look like it from this side, maybe from this side. This side's looking a little bit better. Let me try doing this first, and I'll play it high enough so that it doesn't interact with that stone at all. Or hopefully that like buildings can be played over top of that stone. So here, and that is much higher than these rocks here, which isn't something I enjoy, but it's something I can get over. It is also wasting... is that too much vertical space being wasted? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not on the same grid as this guy, which I don't like as much, but I might be able to manage. It's a couple triangles of space lost. Can I build anything out in... let me undo that. There's other buildings that I could play that fit better. Try you played in line with that rock. Let's see if there's enough space to put a wall platform facing it. Oh yeah, this is where I'm starting. This is where I'm starting. And then I'd want to build everything along this grid. If I lose out on that triangle of space, I'm not gonna cry over it. And then the next building or the next wall platform that I could place is maybe something over here. It's so hard to like build in this because like I want to just look at it from specific angles, but like there's a mountain in my way. I can't turn the camera in that direction. I have to spin it 180 degrees. I lose my spot. Don't know what I'm placing or where I'm placing it, or like in relation to what I'm placing it. So around here, and then maybe this fits. I'm gonna worry about it when I get there. I'm gonna play these two because they fit very nicely. It seems like a very good base. It's not losing too much space on this wall. Even if it is, I can fill that space up with cliff houses eventually. Let's get back to, how did that fit? Slightly off to the left, I believe. There we go. And we can shimmy it to the right. Maybe I can move it down some more. I'm really hoping that this is in line. Let me look at it from like a right side angle. Oh, wait, I could maybe play this. This one is going to be easier to line up. Yeah, much. So like there. I can always undo this building if I need to. I can't undo the first wall platform. Okay, that's too high. I need to play it slightly lower. Looks like I can go a lot lower. Okay. That seems a bit too low. I would like it to be slightly higher, please. That seems a bit too high. That seems perfect. That seems like it's still a bit too high. I'm gonna undo that and go again. Oh, if it takes long for me to play residential wall platforms originally, wait until I have 20 of the guys to place. That's where I wanted to put it last time, but that was still a bit too high. Come on, just a bit lower, just a tad lower, come on. try there. It's flat enough. It's flat enough. It has to be. That has to be good for mansions and houses to be played on. We've got a green one. This is what I'm saving for a verdure up here so that I have more space to spawn more trees. A terrace is eventually going to go on this, or I mean maybe even up here. Now I have two options. I play verdures beside this statue because they get an extra 5 points, or I play verdures over here because there's just more area for me to spawn trees. Verdures over here to spawn more trees because I'm going to be blossoming them anyways. With how many lumberjacks, how many mountain shrines, how many things I'm getting, the points are worth it over here, even barring nature interaction bonuses. Let's add our first building pack. Brewing pack or seaweed farm pack? I'm happy to see brewing pack as a way to earn early game points. They are going to be played down beside this. I could play an early wall platform green over here, but I think I'm going to save it for when I get verdures next. So much of the draw pool is going to be muddied by how many cliff houses you get. Yeah, 2 hop fields to make it to the next round. Man, you're going to have to plan so far in advance for like where you want your wall platforms to go if you don't want to waste points on cliff houses being played like early. Come on, it's 6 points right now, you know? Okay, so this leaves me more space to play hop fields and wheat fields. The wheat fields are going to be in range of the guild hall. That's a good thing. We want the repeated buildings to be in range. If I leave... I think this amount of space is going to allow me to play all the wheat fields, like all 16 of them here. Not all of them are going to be beside the statue, though, which I don't like as much, but I can't really get over that. This is also preventing me from playing buildings underneath as easily, because when I put this wall platform down, it's going to be harder to see underneath it to play residential buildings or other wall platforms in the future. But I deal with it. What's the next wall platform? We have another basic one, so we can play it down here. I'm kind of liking this 15-point position, even if it's a little bit off center and a bit higher. Oh, I think it's just barely in line with this guy. I think that's fine. It might not be in line with the other, wall platforms, but I can play the ones that go above these slightly higher. Or that might be. Okay, so we're losing it on a small triangle of space, but it's still mostly built down here. I might rework this position in case there's like other wall platforms that want to be placed around it in different ways. Like this, yeah, it's not close enough to other wall platforms. It's gonna have to be reworked. Where would I play it then? Maybe coming off of that wall? Like this? Like this. Ooh, I didn't even notice this, and it gets really close. I don't think it's close enough to... Yeah, it's not going to be close enough to... It is close enough to bridge the cat? I just have to be very particular about the placement. Give me some time, gentlemen. We're going to be here a while. How did I pull it over so close that one time? While still being parallel to it. There? I think it's just that it's lower, not that it's actually closer. No, that might actually be closer. It's 13 points, not 15. That's a 2-point loss for more buildable space. Let's see. It is lower, but it is in line. I like that one better. We'll see if there's other wall platforms that can like complement this guy here. That one's losing a lot of space, so it would have to be higher. This one doesn't line up. This one doesn't line up. I think this one lines up too well with the other one. I'd love to push it a bit further off to the right, but I think it lines too well up that I don't want it to. Let me see if I can push it further off to the right. So we're playing it low, pulling it out, we're pulling it to the right. The second I pull it any more to the right than that, it... come on. So I think this is the max. I'm going to try... Oh, 50. Right there. That seems better. There's a bit of space left in between here, but it lines up a bit more to the grid. If I could have gone back and changed things, I would have moved this guy slightly to the right to be in line with this guy. Couldn't have known, or not that I couldn't have known, it's just, it's too hard to play your wall platforms perfectly in line with each other at the beginning. This guy leaves a small triangle of space behind, and also it gets, a lot of its space is eaten up by this stone. I think what I would do is play this guy here, honestly. It covers up a slight amount of this corner. It does, it also covers up that ridge, which I don't like. I think this is better, though. About you. Yeah, and I can't play my hop fields down here without getting a green section. Let me start my hop fields. Lumberjacks are not going in this area. Mountain shrines might detect this. Hermitages definitely aren't. All of my green buildings are going over here. So I don't care about destroying plant matter over here. I just want to play to the maximum space that I have. So hop fields in the corner are great. I could play hop fields out here, save more space up front for wheat fields. But I think I like the density of wheat fields out here more. Okay, if I were to play hop fields, it's probably 3 along the back. I would have to have a wheat field beforehand for me to be comfortable playing this hop. What do I want to play it like? I don't... Am I willing to wait for another wall platform to play more hops on? I don't think so. Even if I do find another wall platform that's green, what I can do afterwards is play one underneath the hop fields here and then build them out further afterwards. I can just play them here for now, add wall platforms in the future. I think if I build them right to the edge though, let me try this. So if I build it right to the edge with this hop field here, it's kind of sunken into the ground. This wall platform, it can come up to meet that hop field. Never mind. I was thinking that the wall platform might be played a little bit lower than that hop field, giving it a bit of extra space, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. I don't like how much space that loses. You is number 1, and you're also in like line with the statue. I like that better. And then this can be number 2. Or yeah, these two are number 2. Sure. Now I have one more wall platform to place. Okay, it's going somewhere down here. Do I instantly start like... No, I would need to know. Okay. If I play one more wall platform, I think there's an option for me to get a city pack next. And that can save my ass, because then it adds so many buildings to the draw pool that instead of just me drawing cliff houses predominantly, I'm also going to be drawing mansions and houses. And those are buildings that are going to score so hard off these wall platforms. Like imagine I place a wall platform above here, and then I put one mansion in this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4 things, giving it it's getting 24 points from the wall platforms nearby. It doesn't even need a shaman or a city center to score its points. I think I don't want to place this wall platform yet. If I lock it into a position that's slightly too low and I can't get houses underneath it, or like I haven't checked all of the angles and I can't get as many houses shoved back as far as I want to, or I don't get a city pack next and I have to wait even longer to play buildings, I don't want to lose good buildable positions just trying to get a wall platform prepped for the future. I'm gonna have to play a wall platform down here eventually anyways, or will I? This is probably a great spot for a plateau because it's gonna be a little bit higher. It's probably gonna be the same level as this rock. I wanna hope. I'll hope. And I can shove them into the wall so I can maybe fit 1 and 2 down here. I need places for plateaus, and it looks like this ridge or like this wall is gonna be great for masons. This is my spot for masons. This will eventually be my space for cliff houses, I believe. How do I get my points to progress? I don't want to play a brewery. Do I have a green area? I don't. Okay. It's like, this is the next wall platform that I would want to play, but I don't have the buildings to combine with it yet. Where else would I be wanting to play a wall platform that isn't green? Because like if I had a non-green one, I'm playing it here for 10 points, just like this, making it like well lined up with the edge. I can play a bunch of vergers on it. But for right now, don't think I stack it on top of this one yet. Don't need to fill out any of this space back here. That's too little. Don't want to just smack a wall platform in the middle anywhere. What buildings can be built on stone? Like the thing on top of the wall platform, Hermitages can't. I don't know if mountain shrines can or can't, but they need to be on the terraces anyway, so it doesn't matter. Sawmills can maybe go. Yeah, sawmills can go down on these. I did that on my manufactory run. Maybe lumberjacks as well. But like, I want the green space so that the trees that I'm spawning with verdure are going to spawn on these platforms beside the lumberjacks and the sawmills. So I still need to wait for another green platform. What if I just play this in line with this ridge so that it adds a bunch of building space, and this is the next, like, wall platform that I start building on? I can undo this building. I can undo it. I'm going to try playing it and then play around it. See what fits well. This fits perfectly. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Pretty solid position so far. Can I get this to fit perfectly? Not even close. I can't play this any higher. If I play it further back, I could maybe get... Okay, so hold on. I could play it around there, looks like. Okay. Trying to like lock that position to my head. This seems like they would kiss at that point. And then, oh no, I'm losing the space on top of this ridge. The wall platform is providing that anyways, and it allows me to play another wall platform here to get that done. Can I get underneath this building entirely? Yeah, and this might even be too low for houses. Undo you. You're going here as far out as you can. So like, come on. Can you twist again? Not that direction. Yep. Thank you. And then here seems good. I'm going to hope that this one can still be played. Can't be played directly beside it. I might squish this guy further off to the right then so that this one can be played. And if there is any space in between them, it's just a small sliver worth. And then this guy, he actually needs a bit more space. So I push him further back in and off to the right. So I was playing him like around here. So we push him further back in, we push him off to the right. I want to say the tree's still able to spawn, sure. We play him here. Do I have a space off to the right that fits well? No, but I can deal with that small loss of the triangle there. What about this? This plays well. Okay, that's good. Then I need these guys to like kiss perfectly so that the other one can be played. Okay, you guys kissing? No. So I need this one to be almost shoved into the wall, actually. So I was playing you here originally, we pushed you back as far as we could, and then we pushed you off to the right, and maybe I can push you further back as I do this. If I tilt you off to the right, that feels like I'm losing too much space. Okay, so here. And we're going to see if you can be built beside him. Yes? Yeah, that seems pretty good. And then let's see if they can kiss properly on this side. That's it. They're kissing. I don't know how I got it, but I'll get it again. It's going to be so hard to check to see if these guys are like lined up properly because I've got a wall platform above them. Come on, there's a way that they like moved into each other. I could also just play this wall platform slightly lower. I would love to have it be like a smooth transition because some of the space from these houses is going to be, or like mansions that I'm playing on top here are going to be lost. Right there. That's it. I don't want to place this one down yet because I might get city buildings that I want to play and I might box myself out from playing them down there if I play buildings too early. Let's add the building pack. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay, so normally I'm looking for verdure early. Now I'm looking for city pack because one mansion. Rough. But the 19-point mansion or a 13-point house. We still want to play a few more wall platforms before we play that mansion down there. I'm thinking that we play... Okay, so there's this one as an option, and then there's this one as an option. I think I'm liking this better. I don't need to build everything to like a perfect grid from what it was before. I can build like new layers on different axes. The next one I might return to form and like go back to... Oh, I can't go back to form there. We'll figure it out as we go. I think placing this wall platform is safe, and I can get enough mansions or houses in this back corner without having to worry. I might also have enough space in the center to play a city center if I move this guy further off to the right or something. So like a city center right here. And that is like the precipice of where I want to be playing all my mansions. But it is... it's maybe a good spot for a city center. I don't know. I also want to wait for my masons before I play a city center. And I think... Hold on, a city center over here might be nice. It's worth 20 points. I'm not going to be playing a wall platform really tight to this guy, or there's going to be a small triangle left behind. I can leave a bigger triangle left behind and eat this point loss. Hold on, 20 points. Can I push you any further back? No, there's a rock on that face. Okay, that's a bit rough, but... Oh, it's sliding. It's sliding. Let me zoom in a bit more. Okay, that's as much as it can slide, it looks like. I'm fine. I don't have any building locked into place right now. I don't have the ability to do. I'm gonna play the city center. It might not stay. I just want to see what a wall platform beside it looks like. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. I can also play one on top, but I think I like one directly beside better. Just feels better to have all of these wall platforms at the same level. Yeah. Yeah. Now, wall platforms like city centers, so I should be playing down the city center early as a form of scaling for my wall platforms, which is interesting. Something I wouldn't have considered normally. We want to be playing mansions down below first. Oh, and they can sneak a bit of extra space out. That's nice. A 21-point mansion, hopefully enough space for something. Oh yeah, there's of course enough space to squeak behind because of this, like, glitch. Not glitch, but like... I don't even know what to call that. Quirk of being able to place buildings. It's like when you can play plateaus on top of other plateaus, or plateaus over top of chasms. They give you a bit of leniency with it. It seems like I'm not able to push it all the way down though, so I would love to have a building that's like going to be beside it here that will lock it down into place, that will hopefully snap it further down. I don't want to play houses yet because the more wall platforms I get around here, the more they can detect. Because mansions are a bit smaller, I'm going to play them. Now, you should segregate your communities, right? Because, hold on, do we have a jeweler? Alright, so there's no precious metal, so that means no jeweler. So I don't have to worry about segregating mansions for their points. I'm going to be getting a circus, which I would like to segregate my houses for, but I might have more houses in the future where I can then segregate. For the original bit, I'm not going to. Yes, my harbors and docks are not going to get as many points because they're going to be taking negatives from the mansions or things. But I would rather have my mansions score an extra 6 points or 12 by being beside more wall platforms, and then my houses in the spots that mansions aren't going to score all of those extra points, like back here for 7. It'll score, it still scores 7, but okay, this one scores 10, you know? Mansions on the corners where they're beside a lot of wall platforms, houses in the center where their bigger radius can be used to their advantage. Cliff houses. Should I start playing any of these yet? I still think that I should wait for like a shaman or something before I put them down. What else do they scale off of? Lighthouses, not going to get any of those down here. Parks, not going to get any of those down here. Huts, that's going to be far in the future. We could play around them later, but not for right now. Mountain shrine, not happening anywhere down below. Wall, not happening. Market, no. Temple, no. Fountain, maybe, but like the fountain is... I don't think the fountain picks up any points from cliff houses, does it? I could check my notes, but I don't feel like it. Tower, circus, sauna gets +3 from these guys, so we want... But we're seeing what the cliff house could be placed beside. I don't think a sauna is anywhere low down to the ground. Not anywhere in this mess of buildings, you know? The sauna is going to be from the outside pointing in. And then the... Yeah. Okay, so it's only city centers and wall platforms and mansions, I think, that are going to be skilling these cliff houses. So mansions should be the ones to go down first. I feel like I shouldn't just like rip this spot. I should think about it a bit more. It's not going to get any buildings above it or like any wall platforms above it in range. Not at this height anyways. But I have already locked into playing at this height. So like this is bad for my mansions because it's so high up above these two levels. I'm not getting the extra points from platforms up there. So I think I might actually drop this down a level like this. Now that I have houses and mansions to play around, I want to try a mansion in this corner and see how low my wall platform can be in comparison to this one. Much lower. It's in line with this guy, and I think I'm gonna do that. I think I should have taken the loss of space on this side by putting the mansion or the wall platform lower than as opposed to putting it up higher. Like I should have just said, no, I don't need another wall platform facing this direction, or it can be out here or something. Yeah, that's my bad. Okay, so this guy has to go up on the second level. It's green though, so I need to play that up here. I can't forget about that. Now where would I want to put it? Where do I want the most green? I think this side I can save a few of the plants on that ridge. This ridge doesn't look like there's any space to put them though. I think here's fine. I'm gonna play it there and then I'm gonna look elsewhere to see like where else. Oh, wall platform could do well. Here maybe? I think here might be better. Or what about on this side? Yeah, this side is looking like the most barren. And it also gets points from the city center. Nice. Yeah, here seems good to me. We make it as flush as we can. So to make these wall platforms flush, you can see that their white edges, oh, hold on, let me zoom in. Their white edges are raised slightly, and the place that you're actually playing buildings on is slightly lower. These white edges are just like superficial. You actually play buildings over top of that white edge. They kind of like, you can see that the bottom of the house just barely clips into that outline. So when you're trying to place a wall platform flush, you need to get the center bit, what is it, like this green platform, in line with, what is it, where you're trying to build things, not the actual edge of the wall platform. To do that, you can see that there is a slight clip of the like buildable space into my actual like green platform and not into my white outline. So like right here, I want to try balancing the like actual like terrain in between those two, and then it's usually flush. So we're gonna do that on this side, and that right there would be balanced. So now when I play this, look at nice and smooth to play over top of. Okay. A building that is going to get me 8 points to get to the next round. I think I can play one of these wall platforms. And I think I want to play it lower, even though this one isn't going to be... It's not a good placement. It's not a good placement. Okay, if I play you for 21, you're eating a bit of the space by going underneath this wall platform. Hold on. Come on, get back to that same rotation as before. Can you? Like this, and then I move you to the right. Keep moving you to the right. I keep moving you to the right. And that's too far in, I think. I think there feels good. I'll check to see how other wall platforms align with this and to make sure that I can get houses underneath. I can. So now this, look at this. It's scoring off of the wall platforms on the bottom and the one on the next level. Not here though, because this one's slightly lower, but up here they are. So this is where I want to be placing my mansions. My houses can go in, oh, sorry, not my cliff houses. My houses can go in my bad spots. Now I need to see if other wall platforms align to this guy well. This one, kind of. I'm going to lose a small triangle of space, but I am already at 13 wall platforms. They are dwindling. So I think it's fine. I think I play this one. Before I play this one, I need to make sure that I can play mansions as deep as I can underneath here. And this seems, yeah, this is a very good angle to be able to hit it. That's fine. I can definitely play them off of those buildings. Yeah, back here. 25 points is looking pretty good, but like, I'll line it up in the future in a little bit. Because I know that I want to lock in this wall platform, I can add the next building pack, which is Bridger. That's good. Don't want to take the seaweed farm pack yet because I'm going to be getting so few seaweed farms that I'm not going to be able to play them for points. A second city. Huge. Massive boon. It's going to be too long before we get to actual boons, and it's so, like, it's such a low chance that I get neighborly that I'm not going to be able to play a city center, what is it, out of range of another city center. If I was playing this, Do I want a city center at the like edge of my building area though? Because like if I play it in the center, more houses are going to be beside it. Okay, so this is worth 45 more points than this right here. This is already space that I'm, well, okay, not the space in front of it. Some of this is like space that I want to section off for future. Minus 45 points. How would I get back those 45 points on a city center being close here? All of the wall platforms or plateaus over here are going to hit it, so that's an extra, I'm gonna say like 8 points from the wall platforms, maybe up to 12 if I play it over here, and it's also going to be an extra like 20 or 30 points from the plateaus that I play down here, so that's already enough to get it back, on top of houses liking city centers close by to each other. Now, if I play this one here, then I can't play the wall platform that I had like lined up perfectly on this side, which kind of sucks, but I could play it like this one, slightly above it, and I think I'm fine with that. Let me just try seeing if I can angle this to the right from here, like that. Sure. But I want to play the city center before I play that platform. Let's see if it fits after I get this guy down. Okay, there. That's good enough. That's good enough. It's not perfect. I would like these platforms to be in line with each other, but I can deal with it. Now, do I want to wait for a third city? Do I think I'm going to get to the point where I can get a third city center down here? No, no. I think I play one more wall platform up top, and then I call it a day. How am I going to get buildings under there in that corner, though? I would have to look. This mountain is like directly in the way. See, because like I would want, I think it's a mansion that's best down there. No, it's only 23 points. A house is worth more. 28. If I pull it out a bit, place this building here. Let me push it up against that city center first. Okay. So a house worth 28 points. If I can somehow get it through this crevice into that corner, so like right here. Ooh, there's a possibility I can get an extra 3 points out of this building if I play a wall platform first, leaving this corner open to sneak it in there. Okay, let's try that. Wall platform goes up top. And then the house, oh yeah, definitely has enough space to sneak in, and that's an extra 3 points on it. And there's going to be no other wall platforms in its range. And it's going to be too long before I get the plateaus that I can play down here to like fill up this space. Okay? Okay. So I could play a verdure. That's a pretty free building for right now. We're looking to see, oh, it's gonna be so hard to figure out like what where all the trees are, because I don't have like a big wide open space to just like plop a verdure down, see what it's doing. 15, that's all the trees and all the flowers. I can get the flowers a little bit closer to where the other ones are. Doing, oh, this seems fine, seems fine. So what I would like to do in the future is play another verdure up top here, outside of range of that one flower, to get, yeah, like something like this. All of those trees into that section. I think I might have to eat one of the flowers, actually, to get that done. Do I want to spin it any further to the right to then get my trees further off the platform? No, I think I've made the platform. I should use the whole platform, you know? The trees are what needs to be on the platform. The flowers can be off of it on the cliff sides. Here seems fine. We're just not spawning one of the flowers because it's too far down the crevice below. That's fine. It does put the flower more in a position where the next verdure that gets placed is going to see it. It's like this one gets placed, and then I play like this one here. It sees one of the flowers for -5 points. I think it's only going to see like one of them. And that still seems like a pretty tree-dense area. And if I do this, that flower spawns pretty far. I would love to have a second verdure to check this out. I think I wait for a second verdure to make sure that like I'm playing them properly compared to ripping it early. Wall platform. We've got a green platform. Do I think I'm going to need even more space for my verdures? Yes, one, because I would like to get an add verdure boon before doing anything. It's gonna take such a long time before I get boons though. And it's gonna be a long time before I get all of my verdures. Do I need the extra space? Not here. I've already got extra space for my wheat fields. I could add even more space by going here. I'm fine with that. Or no, because I'm going to need space for a Hermitage in the future. Like, I don't even need to play greenery here. I just play my Hermitage on this edge, and then my... Yeah, I'm fine with this. Gets points from one of my city centers right now. If I move it down a little bit lower, I can get 21 points. It's not flush with this then, so it's going to be a bit harder to get, like, all of my greenery points. 4 points now, or maybe more points in the future. Maybe more points in the future is what I'm leaning towards. Okay, let's make sure that it is flush by doing the trick before. You can see that like little bit of white clipping into it. Let's check that it is flush. Yep, and it can even go over this little crevice here. It's a little bit rocky around the crevice, but nice and smooth here. Okay. Where next? Where next? So I need to play a full set of buildings down below. It is going to be difficult to do that with all of these wall platforms above me, but it's doable. It's difficult, but doable. Do I think I could do it with one more wall platform somewhere? Like this? Like this, maybe? Okay, so to get enough buildings on this one for like me to be happy with it, hold on. What if I just play another wall platform like right here? It adds enough. Oh, okay. I think one of the strategies I'm going to go for in the future is less buildable space, but wall platforms right beside each other, playing two directly on top of each other to make sure that the mansions are close to more of them. Less buildable space, but higher point scoring space. And I can't play this one here because then that ruins all of this corner from being buildable. And that corner is like, it's very high. It's highly valuable. Okay, if I were to play a wall platform here, it's too much. What if I pull it back further in the corner like this? I think I can be fine with that. Just needs to, come on, tilt there. And I drag you out as far as you can go. What if I were to play you on this side? Is that going to be easier? Better? I think so. Might ruin some of the other wall platform positions. Let me play it and then check afterwards. So there. Mansions can still go down here. Can maybe fit in that corner far enough. I might want to pull it down a bit further. There's nothing that can be played on this platform, which I don't like. So I might just undo it and then, yeah, stack one directly on top of this guy. Maybe pull it a bit further out to the left. No, I don't need more buildable space off to the left. I need more things that will hit the range of the platform over here. Yeah, so I'm losing out on this corner of space. It's like a 2x2. If I play the mansion here, is it going to be too hard to play houses underneath? I think so. I think I'm going to start with the house under here. Okay, after I play this one, I need to see where this next house can go. So it can fit on this side, and it looks like there is enough space for like 2 blocks above it. I can maybe test that with a mansion by going here, pushing it all the way off to the right, and then seeing if it slides up beyond it. Beyond that house. I could do it like this, I think. Yeah, like this. It can slide up beyond that house. Perfect. Okay. Not a cliff house, regular house. Hold on, the cliff houses, what are they scoring like back here? 14? Not great, not great. Do they care about plateaus? They do not. Don't think I'm getting any shamans down here. It's on the edge of the wall platform? What? What? I think it's that like my cursor is getting blocked by the wall platform and it's still being placed on this cliffside. It's just being like modified by the wall platform. Interesting. I needed to check that there was enough space on this side. Like if I got the other S-shaped block, it's going in there instantly. This S-shaped block fits in here perfectly. So that works. I want to see if there's any leftover space if I do something like this. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm gonna undo that building just to make sure that I know exactly where the house is going. Okay. It's really far back there. It seems like it's a bit further back than the city center then. Oh. So it's definitely further back than the city center now. Like, this thing is getting stuck on the city center, not on the house behind it, which is great. I just need to double check that there's enough space to slide in a building on the right here still. Come on. Yes, there is. Okay, okay. So I can go to the next building pack. Lumber pack is going to dilute the pool less. I want to get more houses. More houses. That's great. Houses are better than mansions for right now. For now. Not forever. Is there enough space to put 3 here? Oh, there is. Because of the extra, like, shimmyable space, I'm going to call it. Oh, it goes into the other wall platform. What? 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 I can't even, like, look down there enough to, like, see what's going on well enough. It's just going into the other wall platform. I think it's bridging the gap between this one that's low and this one that's high. And I didn't see that earlier. It was just, like, locked. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. It's weird. That's all I'm gonna say. If I put this guy in the corner for 25 points compared to over here for 23, 27, this makes him worth, I think, 33. Okay, that can work. I would just need to find... Can an L-shaped block go back here? No. Can an L-shaped block ever, like, snap back there? I don't think so. So I'd have to play you like this. And then an S-shaped house can go back here. Like this. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to play you here for 33. And I'm going to double check with the house just to see if, like, this... I can't even check with this house to see if it lines up. Okay, so I want to play this house for points, right? Or, hold on. If I play this in a bad spot and it messes up all my buildings down here, that's a large loss of points early on. But it's the building like that I want to get out of my inventory next. If I play this, that's 33 points to get me up to 54. Then I only need to play an 11-point bridger. That's easy. I can get that done. If I play a house first, then I can line up that, mansion a bit better. But it will be... Hold on. What if I take a 6-point loss to give myself a bit more buildable space? Or, hold on. It's 33 points right here. I think I do need it to skip over the edge. I do need it to be, like, pulled in nice and tight. And I want it to be further off to the left, but that's going to stop me from playing one extra building, I think. Let me try playing a house over here. So there's an extra... Come on. There's an extra 2 blocks of space back there. I can't zoom in anymore. Yeah, I can't push it up any further than this. Why can't I? I think I should be able to. Nope, that's going to be in line with the wall platform down below. Yeah, so the mansion is taking up an extra half block of space on this side, which means that I couldn't place anything sideways like this, which I would want to. So I lose 6 points, but I gain more buildable space down there. I think I'm fine with a loss of 6 points for that. Now here, if I pull it all the way down, I want to double check that there is a block of buildable space between the house and this mansion. If there isn't, then I'm not going to pull it down. So there, grab the house. Then want to check like on this side if it fits. Why don't you fit over here? Are you hitting like the wall platform up above you? You shouldn't be, because this one, yeah, it doesn't hit on this side. I'm going to be tilting my head so much while I'm recording this video. Bet you, some of you guys are tilting your head watching this to like try to find a better spot to like see these buildings from like I am. Ah, there's not enough space at the end to play any new building. I don't know if I want to shoehorn myself into a bad spot by playing the mansion first. I think I just need to get the house out of my inventory. Like I had this primed as a spot. Let's dig to see what the next house is, because like I haven't registered that in my head yet. Play you here. You're the other S-shaped block, which means that I can't really test like the other angles as well. I could test this corner, I guess, with this mansion, see if it can still lock in. No, it can't. Interesting. What about playing it from like this corner? Because like I can see... Hold on, there's an extra 2 blocks of space, but if I were to... Well, let me try something. If we play a mansion here in this corner, and we have it go over the edge, it's slightly higher, but maybe we can deal with that. So if I play you here, and then I try playing a house down there, can you fit in that extra 1 block space? No, I don't think you can. You can go here. Can you slide into that space? Not even a little bit. So it's either a shrink building, or I just had to be better and not play the city center that far out there. Okay, that means there's only 2 blocks of buildable space down here, unless, hold on, let me undo. Let me see if this house can go there first. It can. Oh, because it clips into the other wall platform, right. I think I play this building first then, and I can lock other buildings into its grid. It's losing 1 block of space up top, but since I'm putting 3 blocks of space from left to right, it's actually gaining me a bit of space. Let me see if I can play a house like this. Hold on. I don't know if it's going to let me start by clipping it over the water, or if I need to move it into that position. I kind of want to play like underneath the building bar here to get a better camera angle on it. Then it's much harder to see. Yeah, so I can't pull you down far enough here for some reason. I can try playing this, what is it, S-shaped house higher up, and that might change things. So like here, you're played for 35, or you're played for 32. Oh, you're also played for 35 up here? You're also played for 35 up here. Let's go there. And we try placing you again after. And if this doesn't work, we have to take the loss of space in one angle or another. Can I put you down around that house? No? No. Okay. Well, that's a big loss of space. If I can push this guy any further in, then I will. That seems like it's as far as it can go to me. And now you can fit in there. Okay, so I like this spot a lot better because I'm really, really hoping that I can also put this mansion down here first before that happens. It's a loss of, what is it? Like, this is 33 points, but I'm gaining a really good house location down below. So I'm going to lock in the house beside me. I don't think I can get this guy to bridge the gap here beside it. Unless I play it, scroll it down, and then push it in. Yeah, it doesn't push into the wall as much as that side over there. Okay, so it is just lost space. It's fine. We play you... Oh. We play you, locking in the old building position, and then we're going to see if you can fit in. No, you cannot. If you are able to be pulled into the wall like the other guy, then you could fit. Alright, there's a large loss of, like, prime building location down below. Not my brightest moment, but we have to take what we can get. I'll play it again. I'll do better next time. Hold on, is that skipped over the line? I could also just play you out of the way. I don't know. Looks like I think I'm only getting 2 buildings down here now. How would I fit more buildings? I'm playing one house like this. And then I can't play anything in this empty square. I could play something in this corner and then something down here, but or I could play like one big awkward S-shaped building. Let's see what the next building is. It's a small corner piece. Can that small corner piece bridge the gap compared to a mansion? Like was it the fact that it was a house? That was what was giving it the ability to clip into terrain? See, because then I could play a house back here, maybe, and then a mansion up front. Let's play you. We have to slide you in as far as we can go. I can only hope. Let me play a house. Let me try the mansion afterwards. I'm locking in the other position. Nope, nothing better. Okay. Well, we lose all that space down there. I can't even show you with like certainty what that space is. I know what it is, but it might be a little bit hard for other people that haven't played. Does that get any closer to the city centers? This might not be a mansion spot because mansions can be scored for 31 in other spaces. So I might save this for a house location if I get a small house. We're going to add a building pack, see if we get a house. If it's a small corner house, it goes there. If it isn't, then I play a mansion there. I'll let the game decide for me. A lot of stars have to align for a house to go down there. Masons. Maybe I should have been waiting to play some houses until my masons went down, because my houses are also going to be beside these masons. Interesting. The cliff houses were originally wanting to go here, but my cliff houses might go in like a more mansion specific area. Okay, so a mansion goes down here, taking up that 25-point position. Sure. Can I get you like locked in for... Hold on. So you fit. Can I squish you down any more into the wall? No. I can't even move you after you get placed. Okay. Okay. So it does just go down. We get another corner piece. That's pretty nice. And we're already at our next building pack because we're getting 30-point houses this early on into the game. Still don't want to dilute the draw pool. I'm really sad to not see more houses. My masons might be able to give me enough points, and my one verdure to get me there. So my masons will want to go here because this is where my plateaus are going to be. My terrace is going to be up top. That should be in range of these masons. What else needs to be in range of the masons? I don't have brickyards or sand pits. So that doesn't matter. My warehouses, I don't want to think about my warehouses. I'm going to get like 2 or 3 of them. They don't matter compared to my residential buildings. My shamans don't want to go beside the city centers, so putting my masons like as close to these city centers as possible is a good idea. City centers that I get in the future, though, are going to have to either not take the bonuses from masons, or they're going to have to take the negatives from this. I'm going to hope to find a neighborly before that happens and use it on my city centers. Or I can just find one level up and then, punch through it like that. But I think a level up on a Guildhall Point inverter is still the way to go. There's going to be so many buildings in one condensed area on this map that, that has to be the strategy. So it's playing a mason down here or cliff houses. Where else would I play cliff houses? I do have 19 of them currently. I wonder if they add more to the pool for this, challenge, you know? We've got 14.1s, we've got 6.1s. Rough. I think I wait on my cliff houses and I play masons for mason's sake. Okay, if I play masons all the way down here, where is my temple in the future going? My temple would go right here. I can't play any buildings on it. It's got a pretty wide area above it to be played, and any wall platforms that go here aren't going to encroach on its space by too much. I like that. I like that. The masons also need a too high location to be placed in. This is going to be a too high location because of the city centers. Yeah, there's no wall platform that is going to cover up this space right here, so I can play masons a little bit higher in this area. I like tucking them in this back corner here. Starting here anyways. We're going to play it a little bit to the left so it doesn't interact with any buildings on the right here. I'm going to see if there's any space for you to be played. Okay. We can get you for 12 points, but that might interact with the wall platform that we want to play a bit higher. We'll see if I can get an extra 3 points out, but it's looking like, yeah, that's going to block off wall platforms that I want to play. So we take 3 less points. That's another fine mason then. And then let's do this guy instead. Before I take up too much space on that wall. Okay, next building to get me points. I need 28 to get me to the next round. Can't play lumberjacks, sawmills, can't play my lighthouse. I could play a mansion, don't want to play my brewery. Don't want to play cliff houses yet because I don't have a good spot for them. Or I could play a wall platform plus my vergier. Where's my next wall platform going? I've already filled up this entire spot, so like I can cap this off, if that makes sense. I could be playing mansions. This one isn't in range of the one up above it. Wow, that's a short range on mansions. Okay, let's say if I do cap this one off, it is allowed to be a little bit underneath this guy. So like this is a possible placement for me. It does eat up some of the wall platform space, but it is going to be point dense for my mansions. Is there any way that I get a mansion into that corner right there? I could maybe, oh, I could play it from here. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, sure. Sure, that's the next move. And now we're going to try playing that mansion down there. Oh, it fits. It fits. Okay, and I can play all the way along this line too. Man, what an interesting challenge. The camera angles in this game, the fact that they're obtuse means that you have to think around them, which means that there's more like... There's skill in playing your wall platforms in locations or doing things like this and knowing, like, having, I don't want to call it precognition or like proprioception, but like perception, I guess I could say, about like where the buildings are underneath the platforms when you don't really have a good sight line to them. The next building that I could play, I mean, a 32-point mansion is pretty nice. I don't have a house to test to see how much a house is worth in the center, but I think I'm not getting better than these mansions. Do I start with the mansion in the very far corner, or do I start with a mansion out here? I think if I start with a mansion in the corner, I've got a better idea of what's coming up next. And I do, even if they're like worth 26 points, I need to play a couple 26-point mansions at this point in the game. So play you all the way back. It's a bit hard to tell, where the rock face is though. I need to remember what that looks like before I play this guy. So I can replay that wall platform. The rock is just along this edge right here. If I play this mansion all the way in the corner, it does fit. If I play any ones here in the future, they should snap into that rock face, and I can play all the way to this edge. So like this edge is going to be 6 building blocks wide. This one right here is maybe going to be 4. Yeah, it's going to be 4. It's taking up 1, 2, 3 spaces in the corner, maybe a 2x2 in the corner, this wall platform. So wall platform again, not bad. Go back to here. There we go. Okay, 38-point mansion. Try. I want to make you flat to the edge. I think this is fine. Or let's see what mansion is beneath. The mansion that's beneath this is. I'm fine locking in this position based on like my testing earlier. We've got a long L-shaped block. So if I'm playing that guy in the corner, I could undo you. If if I play you like this, I could then have the next mansion wrap in, what's the L-shaped block? So I play it like this in the corner, and then this L-shaped block doesn't wrap around it nicely. Okay, so if I undo that, and I play you like this instead along the wall, I can then have the mansion wrap around it in this fashion, and then the next L block that I get that's facing the other direction would go here, or like, I guess, like this, but a bit further out. Or next house that has that shape, I guess. Because, like, getting this far out isn't worth as many points on a mansion. I'd rather have a house played that far away. So it was played like this, and then another building above it. I think zooming out is going to help me some. I don't know if that's against the mountain or not, but I want to assume that it is. It's 25 points. I'm gonna say that it is. That looks pretty close. It does seem... You can see that there's a bit of the white platform before we get to the mansion, which means I need to pull it more to the right. That's my mistake. We need to go back in there. Let me do it like this a bit more. No, I think I do need to be looking from a further perspective. I need to like change the sensitivity on my mouse to be able to get these things to play easier. There. I don't think it's getting right beside that. I don't, like, if I'm playing it right there and I can't pull it in when I'm trying to, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to. Can I get this guy around it how I want to then? Yes, I can. It's worth 21 points. Less than what I'm hoping for like a block in that position. What if I were to play you like this instead? Can I even get you far enough forward? Need to zoom out like this, I think. It's worth 33 in that direction. I think I like this better. Even if it isn't my original building plan, an extra 2 wall platforms that it hits is going to be worth it. And I want to get that before I forget about that position. Okay, add building. Farming pack is going to add less to the pool, and I can start putting wheat fields around the statue. Mansion, that's good, that's good. That'll get us to the next round. I'm looking to cap this guy off, but it might be something that I can't do because of this wall platform. So like this might be the way to go. Let's see if this guy gets right beside it. It does get right beside it. Okay. What about this? Yeah, that's definitely not going to slide in properly. Okay, so it's this position that I play. And we are really, really hoping that my next house has enough space to fit underneath this, what is it, sideways block. Or sorry, not the sideways block, but let me play this mansion, because I'm locking things into place anyways. Let me see what that boon is first, actually. Guys, should I have one more wall platform out of 20? Should I? Instantly, neighborly. It's not happening. I don't care for one more wall platform. That's not going to make or break anything when I have 20. I would rather take more early game points on city centers being close beside each other if I draw more city centers. My god. Okay, so what I was trying to say is that if I play this block here, I'm really hoping that a wall can fit in between this space here, but it really isn't looking like it. I can hope, but it's not likely. That is the spot that I feel comfortable playing it in, though. There is... Let me map this out in my head again. It was an L-shaped block like that. It was this here. It was that back there. There's one block of space, and then this line, and then this line, and then hopefully a third line, but I don't think so because of how far these buildings are over. Yeah, so it's one block of space back here, and then 2 lines on the way out, meaning I need an L-shaped block back there, another L-shaped block to cap that off, and then I've got a square to play in down here. Shaman. These guys are going to be played up and on this wall, I believe, and then I can start building cliff houses over here. We got a house to play. That house could go back here where I needed the L-shaped block, but I'm worried as to how many points it's going to be worth. We'll see if it hits enough of the wall platforms and city centers. See, like a 21-point house, I'm not really feeling it, you know? I'm more feeling the... Oh, they're only worth points beside the city centers and beside the masons, I guess. Let me see a mansion up here, how much that's worth. Worth 29, which is... What's a mansion worth here? Mansion's worth a lot more than a house in this location. Okay, so houses go on this edge. Mansions, do they also go on this edge? Not quite. They go on this one instead. Got it. Do I start playing on these platforms? Because like I can always save the stuff underneath this for later. I'm not going to put another wall platform out here, so it's not going to get covered. If I start playing, but if I start playing houses here, I need to play platforms above them preemptively. I can do that, I don't really want to. Ooh, this is the spot for a shaman. This is going to get a couple mansions and houses in range. The closer that I bring it to the rest of my buildings, though, the more it's going to hit. So I want it to hit, yeah, like around here. My next wall platform will go in front of it. I don't care about getting the extra, like, yeah, 6 points on it by pushing it further back. I think I'm good with that. Hold on. How far can I bring it out if I'm going for 21 points instead? How far can I bring it out if I'm going for 19? 15? 21, right here. That's it. That's the spot. Now I need to see if a wall platform, yeah, can be placed beside it here. I don't like this position as much. I guess, okay, this works. This works. No, because what happens if like a mansion wants it to be like directly on top? I think I move this shaman off to the right more, even if it is less points. I can't move it off to the right because then it hits the masons and the city centers. What about like even right here? This is worth 23. It's a little bit further back, but let's try it. So this, and then we go wall platform here. Oh yeah, that's the spot. That's the spot. Because now I've got like room to move this wall platform around. So what I want to do is place a wall platform directly above this guy where it's going to have enough space for me to play buildings on from like, I guess this angle and this angle. It's going to sandwich this one right now. I don't think I need to play anything underneath this guy yet. I will in the future. Nice that I can reach that shaman. Hold on, let me see if I put it into that corner, if this reaches any of the city centers. It's worth 29. I don't think it reaches any of the city centers, but it does reach a lot of wall platforms. I think placing a wall platform here isn't going to like cause any harm to me or like where I can play buildings. I don't need to look through this little crevice anymore. Yeah, I don't need to look through this crevice because I've already played these buildings. The next like crevice that I'm looking into is this one, and that's really wide open even if I play a wall platform on this side, and this one, which it doesn't get affected. If I need to play underneath here, the wall platform above it doesn't matter. So this is a free wall platform for me to play. I think I feel comfortable with like that height. Oh, just a little bit too low. Okay, a bit higher. Got it. Seems a bit too high. Let's go there. Still doesn't fit. Okay. Oh, it does? It does. And it hits both of the wall platforms, which is a good sign. It's what I want out of a mansion there. Yep, what about a wall or a mansion right here? This is the one. Yeah, it's a 39-point mansion. Yeah. There's no statues, no city centers in sight. It's just wall platforms, man. It's tempting to play this one for all the points, but it's maybe not going to line up other mansions in the future, like along it. I want to play... No, let me play this and see. Hold on. Let's do this. I'm gonna play this pushed down as far as it can go, and I'm going to see if there's enough space for a building to be played behind it. Or not, sorry, not behind it, but like here on this side of it. Yeah, I can't squeak it in, so it needs to go up a little bit, this mansion. And I think I would rather have it be played like this. So it's not creating another like L block shape that I need to grab. Okay, good. Where's that flag going? If I play it like this, it's like impossible to tell if that's what is it, in or out of range. Let me back it up. So as much as I want to play the mansion like this, so that I don't leave what is it? If I okay, play it there. So if I play this building here, the only building that I can play to get like all of the space used up is the exact same L block where it goes like this, but one block further in that direction, you know? So there's only one mansion that can fill out that space perfectly, or only one house that can fill out that space perfectly. That's fine, I should be drawing enough, I just don't like it as much. This leaves a little bit too much room down here. Leaves a lot too much room down here, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna keep playing the mansion like this so that I know exactly how much space I need to fill in, because it's very difficult for me to tell what the exact amount is. So play it all the way down, move up by... What happens if I like just move it outside of where the wall platform is, like right there? You can still slide in, that's great. Do you have much wiggle room when you slide in? A bit, but not much. And we're building into the cliffside, like the green here anyways, so it doesn't matter as much. Now I need to double check that like this, for some reason, isn't like impossible space to play in. Yeah, okay. And I cannot put a wall platform here without first getting a mansion in here that like fits that space. We'll add a building pack. We'll hope to see another mansion of that exact same type so that I can fill in this space, and then I can put more wall platforms down. Fountain's gonna be worth a lot more points than a seaweed farm pack. Why? Okay, so usually you have 40 or like 45 cliff houses added to the draw pool. I think they've added a few more. I think you should be playing a little bit more around the cliff houses than any other building. Well, I'll keep going with what I've got. No, I'll know it for next time. A house in this area is just so many points. 51? Trying to think where a house would be worth points without a mansion being worth points. That's difficult. I've got 28 of these guys to play, and I've got like nowhere to play them for right now. Where would I play them given the opportunity? I guess down here there besides some more mansions. Okay, so I think plan in the future is like stack 2 wall platforms on, or 1 wall platform, then 2 in the middle above it. So hold on. 1 wall platform here and then 2 here, hopefully hitting like a mansion on 2 wall platforms, and then play more mansions on top of that with 1 wall platform above it, or maybe 2 again. Like it's 2 wall platforms per, and then I can just flood the corners with cliff houses. I don't know. I'm only 500 points in, by the way. How long is this challenge gonna take me? Okay, the masons beside the city centers, now that I see that I have 28 cliff houses, is the wrong decision, because I would want to fill up this space beside the city centers with a bunch of my cliff houses. Let me lock in the house somewhere to get me points to get to the next building pack and then choose it. What am I grabbing? I think this was a good spot for a mansion. I think this corner is going to be better for a house. I think before this was like a 20-point mansion. Yeah, I'll play it. Okay. We've got 2 verdures to play. Let's get them down. That will give us enough points to get to the next round too, which is good. We're going to try to fill up this platform with as many trees as we can. That's missing 1 tree. Where is the last tree? That's all of the trees. Gets rid of both the flowers. This is still all the trees. It's getting rid of one of the trees by the flower there. I can spawn it back in by moving it over. Okay. Oh, there's 1 tree down below that I'm missing, it looks like. No, that was just a flower. Okay. This is still all the trees. This right here, 15 points. This is also 15 points, and I think it puts the flowers further out of the way, the trees further back on the platform. I think I like this better. I think it leaves more space to have things built on the right side, but it puts the majority of the trees on this left part of the platform, which I don't like as much. We'll see if I can get a good verdure to follow it up. Yeah, I don't think I like that first verdure. I will eat that flower point loss if it means that I can get the trees closer to the bottom side. Oh, hold on. Why is this spawning all the trees up there? Weird. You know what? I'll go for it. See how that works. Then I'll try spawning these ones low as well. We're missing out on 3 trees here. Can I get any more to spawn in? Especially up top. Yes, but then I put flowers in worse spots. Is this one where only 5 trees spawn on that side? Yeah, and then 3 on the other side. So it would be one that might fit in here better. I can't fit over top of those wall platforms easily though. Oh, this, yeah, okay, this wall platform is strictly for the Hermitage. I can't get a verdure to be placed on it well. I don't think anyways. Yeah, it's not really feeling like it. Okay. Was that 10? That was 10. It's 11. Come on, show me 12. 13. Can I get a 14 somehow? Nope. That's 14, so it's spawning all but that 1 tree on the right-hand side. That's 15. Now, is this creating dense enough forests? I think it's... Okay, let me place it. I'm fine with walking in the previous forest. It places 3 more trees over here. It's creating a lot of trees in this area without any flowers, so I could put 1 here to really make this area dense. I'm fine with that. Fishers are going to add less to the pool, so we'll still take it. More houses and mansions, that's great. And 30 cliff houses. How much is a mansion in this corner worth? Not as much as a house. It's only 27. Okay. You're worth 36. You're not going to get any better. Can I get you to be worth any more points? If you were like a small house. Maybe you fit in there for 41? Maybe. You fit here for 32 right now? 35. What about you down here? 29, 19. This wall is eating a little bit into the space, so you can't play it strictly in this corner. I could maybe play a small corner piece in here. Maybe. Yeah, that feels like it would fit. Okay, so I'm gonna save a small corner piece for in there. Which then means I could play you for 28. This is being saved for a temple, so I kind of don't want to play a mansion up here, even though I think the temple could be played on the outside, but if I play the temple on the inside, it's hitting more of my buildings. It's better. If anything, I'd play a mansion on this side, but that's not worth any points. What about playing a mansion down here? It's 26? It's 33? Oh, I wanted to see if this would fit. It does, okay. But I needed a mansion to fit in down this back corner. Let's see how much this guy is worth if I tuck him in down here to use up all my space. Okay, 22. I don't want to take that building spot yet. I'll take it later if I run out of space. We'll take a 33 for now. This leaves, I think, only one block of buildable space on the left-hand side, though. Looks like I can't fit in 2 here, you know? I think that's still fine. I'm not using this edge of the wall platform to as great of effect as I could. But that's just because these guys aren't allowing me to. Houses, where would you guys go? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good spot for a house. It's like almost all of my wall platforms in my city centers right now. Before I play that, I can play a wall platform above it. I could have done that before I played this house as well, but can't go back now. I play this guy exactly in line with the other one. Is that going to create like a nice building space in the future? Not exactly. If I play this here, I can maybe get buildings through like this edge. That works. I can get buildings through this back chasm. It's not going to stop me from playing any houses where I want them to be. It just feels safe to play it like directly over top of where it was before, but is that the best line that I can put it on? If I angle it to the right some, then this one can also be angled to the right, but it's I don't think so. I think just stacking it directly on top is the way to go. If I was able to build exactly how I wanted, what I would do is I would stack one down here and then I would offset them, one on the left, one on the right, kind of like bricks, but can't do that when you don't have like a flat wall to build off of. Okay, so then this house can still go down back there. Nice. Can it go back behind this house? Perfect. And now that's 55 points. If I wanted to be really particular about this, I could play another wall platform on top of this guy. Do I think there's enough space for one house and then a wall platform and then another set of houses on top of that? No. What I could do is play a second wall platform right here. Mansions right here become really good then. I get less buildable space, but I don't need... I've only got like half a block of verticality, and I think this wall platform is... Oh, it's green. I think I'm fine to eat up one of my green ones. I'll have enough like stone ones to play in the future that it's not going to matter. Like I'll get another green one over here when I need it. I've got enough space for my wheat fields, which I don't have very much of right now, and hop fields, which again I don't have very much of right now. All of my draws going into cliff houses. I'm going to have to play it differently around that. Let me actually pull this back so that it's like in line with it as much as it can be. Yeah, so that in case I want to play like a tower or something right here along the edge of my temple, or if my temple needs to be pushed all the way in, this guy isn't encroaching on that at all. I think that was played as low as it can go. Now the house that I'm playing there is worth an extra 3 points, 58-point house. Any houses that I play up top, a little bit further away from the city center is a bit harder to play, but mansions over here are going to score a lot more off of it, especially ones in the corner beside the shaman too. Pyres, how are they supposed to see my city centers? They still add less buildings to the drop pool. We get a second shaman. We get another mansion. I want to see how much a mansion here is worth. 44. That's a great mansion, honestly. 38. That's a great mansion. And they stay all right mansions until you get up to here, which is where my fountains I think would go, unless. Oh, my fountain can sneak underneath that platform. Can it sneak anywhere else? Ooh, I guess down here is pretty good. Oh, it can sneak in between the wall platforms. That's crazy. Okay, well that's probably where one is going to go, but in future. What do I play next? I want to blossom an area, which means that my shamans shouldn't actually be going down here. Sure, they're going to add some points to my residential buildings or my cliff houses, but they should be played off of like my flowers. Okay, like let's say I play a shaman for like 30 points and I get all but 10 of my cliff houses around it. That's not happening. It would still be the same as a shaman in one of my blossomed areas for 100 points. That like I've seen before. Might not get on this run because less verdures, less chance to get blossom. But I still don't, I don't want to say that one shaman over here is going to be worth more than one inside a blossomed area. I'll save this guy in my back pocket for when I get blossom. Any more wall platforms going down in this guy's area? One above here, I think. If I were to play a wall platform directly on top of this guy, I don't think the mansions could see the one below it. If I were to play this guy here, do I think they could see... They could probably see a second mansion above, or a second wall platform above it. Let me try playing one directly on top of this guy and see if that, like, is visible. It's another green one. You have to eat that. It's leaving one buildable brick of space behind, which is rough. I mean, it would be great for walls, I guess. Let me try it just as a test. This is probably an undone building. If I put a mansion here, it doesn't see the stuff below. If I put a mansion underneath, it doesn't see that wall platform up above. Okay, so this wall platform is not going down here. This mansion. This is the mansion that fits in on this side. I guess I could play it. Oh, it's 21 points. If I move it forward a bit, it's 26. Like, I'd rather not play that with how few mansions I have. I'd rather just play it for 36 or 44 points up here, you know? Can this be worth 44 at all? No. What if I were to play one out here? It's worth 21 in comparison because it's not hitting those two wall platforms. Wow. About you? That's still 44, and then I could play one like this in the future for 38? Sure, sure. Do I think I'm playing another wall platform on top of this? I think I've got so much space for residential buildings that I don't use my wall platforms for my residential buildings, like to add more buildable space for them. I use them for other buildings or like creating a wall platform stack in a single area to put cliff houses alongside to scale an extra like 1 point off of, because that's where all my building draw is going into. Houses go down next? Sure. Harbor pack adds less to the pool. We've got more chances to, yeah, add our houses and mansions. It's not the shape I want to be seeing right now. It's fine, but it's not... Like, I'll find a spot for it. It's just not going to be good. What about this mansion? Do we have a small L block to get in there? Not yet. It's going to be a loss of 6 points if I play it, so I don't want to. Don't want to play it here. This could be fine. This here for 30 points is going to be my baseline. If I shimmy it all the way underneath this platform, it's being played for 33. I like that better. It's played in the far corner in case I can play one up against it for another 30 points. We've got our next boon. I'm going to add a building pack first. Plateau. Okay, now I can finally fill up this spot down here. What? What? I don't know if that's like insane chances where there's 5 plateaus added to the pack, or if they've also like, oh, you're gonna be pressed for space. Here's more water platforms and plateaus to play buildings on. Or if I just got insanely lucky / unlucky and drew 3 in the same round. I mean, I'll take them over cliff houses. 50-point plateau is definitely better than them. So we play one here. Oh, it can slide really far in. Hold on. Let me get this at a better camera angle to slide it further in. So that's as far as it goes. It goes to basically where the white starts on this rock, or like where it meets the water. So then this plateau, if it can push past that in this direction, will be fine. Oh yeah. So that's 2 plateaus, both worth 52 points. We'll wait for more masons to play them. And then one can be played on the outside here for like a small amount of points later. But then I can start playing mansions or houses on top of these plateaus at a base level. Let's see what boon we get, by the way. Summon Whisper. No, that's not happening. Wisps are going to be really hard to bounce around my buildings, but it is 5 points per bounce. Okay. The cliff house, adding 6 is going to mean maybe 20 points max per cliff house. This is 120 points. I would need to bounce the wisp 24 times, that is, to get more points than this add cliff house. Add cliff house also scales a fortune teller, which that might be a viable strategy for me to stack up a bunch of my buildings and duplicate fortune tellers. I think would I duplicate fortune tellers or temples in this level? Because I've got a lot of cliff houses. That's going to help scale my temple. My wisp is also points now. If I add more cliff houses, I just have to play around like, where am I going to start adding them for points? I'll grab a wisp. Now, where am I going to put that wisp down? I would like to bounce it around houses inside my area here. I could start putting mansions down and then bounce it from mansions to cliff houses, but sometimes my mansions here, they're going to be stranded in the center. If I want to place a mansion close enough to a cliff house, like say cliff house goes down over here, to bounce the wisp off of it and back onto mansions, that's going to be a bit difficult when I place something like this to just barely be in range. That's 23 points compared to it being worth 45 in here. So wisp doesn't go down there. Now I could start with putting it on one of the masons, play 4 plateaus down here, and then play something to pull it off of those plateaus onto like a house. Like if I play a house here, or maybe I play a wall platform above it and then start playing houses. The houses can score off of each other and at a larger range. They can bounce it anywhere that I need to within my residential complex here. I'm gonna start with it on the masons then. And I'm gonna play my 2 plateaus like I had prepped and ready. If I draw more masons, it sucks, but what's the chances of me to draw more masons? Like by the end of the game, a lot, but for right now, when I need the points. Okay, if I spawn it now and I get it onto the plateaus and then onto my houses, is there any way for me to eventually get it onto my wheat fields? Because those are worth a lot of points. I could get it onto a cliff house. Cliff house doesn't scale off of a pyre. It does scale off of a lighthouse, which I could play, but my lighthouses aren't going to be good. There's too many residential buildings here. They're not going to be in range. It's not going to work. Yeah. Wisp might not have been the way to go. 1, too much mental strain. 2, I don't think it's going to be worth as much as 6 cliff houses. I don't think I'm going to get 21 bounces off of it. I think it might get stranded for a while. Let me do my plateau play, like I had primed, with the wisps. I want to get more points out of them with more masons going down. Don't know if I can wait though. Go. I think I can drag this one deep enough. If I bring it in from this side, yes I can. Okay, great. I've got more space than what I need actually. Now do I bring this one up higher or do I keep it lower is the question. If I keep it in range with the other one, I can put a wall platform above it to have buildings score off of it. I think I keep it low then. Okay, here. And play one more building to hit as many masons as we can so it gets dragged upwards, but we'll see if we get any more masons before that happens. We got a building pack of parks. Fine with. We got a lot of houses there. That's massive. Houses are very high point scoring buildings right now. So if I play a plateau all the way out here, I'm going to have to play a wall platform above these plateaus to then play houses on. This one looks like it's high enough. Let me see if this is high enough actually. Because I don't want it to interact with the other wall platforms I have already. Let's go maybe this one. This one feels like it gives me more buildable space. I don't know if I want more buildable space or if I want more like wall platforms to be stacked tightly together. Because like I've got a lot of building draw left to go. How am I supposed to fit 36 cliff houses on these like walls right now? I think I've gotten rid of a lot of my wall space from my wall platforms and my houses being smushed up against them. Okay, let's try this one, see if I can play buildings underneath it on the plateau easily. Yes, they can also bridge that gap for some reason. This is a very high point scoring house. And then I can bounce it to another one up here, I think, to get it to the rest of my like complex if I want to again. Do I think it's worth it to play 2 wall platforms on top of each other here if I'm playing predominantly houses in this area? I've got 5 left. I should be stingy with them. I shouldn't play them willy-nilly. Am I fine locking in that wall platform position? I would want the mansions down here to also detect it, and it does not seem like they do. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to try playing it lower. It's really hard to tell where it should go, but that seems about good to me. It is not about good, where you need to find a 46-point mansion when I'm playing this wall platform. What about like this? So that is now just like touching the plateau. This is slightly up from it. So this should be enough. How am I going to get buildings on that plateau? That's how I get buildings on that plateau. Okay, that works. Let me see if this is scoring 46 points now. There's 46. Okay, so it's a bit hard to hit that corner, but I still can do it, especially if I zoom out. So that means that the wall platform is being visible by mansions. I like that. I don't want to play a mansion here to begin with, though. I want to save this spot for a mansion in the future. I would like to play a house to bounce this wisp off, because I've only got 1 mansion and I've got 4 houses. That means that I can get more wisp bounces before I have to change it out with something like a park here, which maybe parks are the things that I can use to like pass a wisp from one thing to another, but like, yeah, 30-point park is also hard to pass up. We'll see. A plateau should be my next building to go down, though. We had it for 31 points here. Maybe I can get it worth more if I push it further forward. If I push it further in, it could be worth more, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah, and I can't rotate it as well. And then this one, I think, should be a higher plateau than the rest of them, so that the buildings up top here have a better chance of detecting it. And then we've got mansions that can detect a lot of buildings right here. They want to be played in like these 2 blocks of spots, basically. And maybe one more out here. Maybe one more out here also works. So I want to play a house in the middle of these guys, basically. So a house here works. it can also bridge the gap, which is so odd. And this isn't as good as a scoring building. If I push it further to the right than it is, but I need to pick up that wisp and move it. Do I play a building through the crack in the back here to ping the wisp inwards and not take up space that like is prime real estate for mansions? Is there anything that's really good for mansions here? There is, right in the corner. If I keep this corner space available, can I play a mansion? Let me, or can I play a house afterwards? Let me play this mansion as far forward as it can go and see. This is a building that I'm going to undo. I'm going to see if this house can be played afterwards around it. Yes, it can, right here. So I need to play it off to the right and down as far as it can go. It's going to be hard to line up, but I will get it to line up. It's okay. So I play it as far down as it can go. As soon as I get my first frame where I can see that +8 points, that's where I play the house. So we play you here for 37. And then I should double check that the mansion can fit in there still. Correct direction is this. Don't tell me. Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay, that works. That works. Got it. So then I can play a house up here properly for 53 points compared to what's a mansion looking like in this corner. 35. There's better spots for mansions. That's a 20-point difference. I do want to play a house up top. Where are my houses? Okay, but what is it? Like the 25-point difference, I need to remember that this is also bouncing a wisp, so that's where some of the points are coming from. It's not as good of a building space as I'm thinking it is. It's just that passing the wisp on gets me some bonus points. Sauna. Sure, I don't think seaweed farm packs are going to give me that many points. Again, like, usually I want to take them, but I'm going to get so few that I want to limit the drop pool to only... Yeah, I'll take another 3 mansions. I guess if I were to play around seaweed farms properly, the fields are giving me like 25 to 30 points, and my houses right now are giving me like 35 to 50. That is a sizable difference, but it's not as bad as like I'm thinking it is. I don't want to say anyways. Play you as 53. That saves space for like an S-shaped block to go in here for about 50 points. Works for me. Or if I play you like this, then it saves space for an S-shaped block to go in around here. Sure. So you here. Then we get the S-shaped block that I was looking for here. I don't think I'm going to pass it off into this section yet. I think I still want to build in this area. Now, if I'm building in this area, I could put a wall platform above. I could put a wall platform above this one. I've got enough residential buildings, and I think I'm going to draw more. That this is going to be like the last wall platform that I played, is the one over here. Let me undo this building. Let me play that wall platform. So that does overlap the other... This doesn't overlap it. Okay, I think this is the spot to go with. I really hope that I can play houses under this. Place it. It's a bit far off to the right, especially for mansions or things. Not mansions, but houses over here that would want to see it. Like this. It's not seeing that extra 3-point wall platform. It would hopefully be further off to the right. I could maybe make it further off to the right because it seems like I've got more space to go down with it. Get rid of that wall platform. Go. That doesn't work. What if I play it off of this wall here? I think that's better, actually. Yeah, it puts more buildable space on this side. I'm not building over here anyways. It might block a few of my masons that I want to tuck down here. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think I need to play around my masons, though. So that's in the platform. I go up by about that much, I want to say. That's too high. That's... Ooh, no. That's close enough for mansions to detect. Like, quite a lot. So we'll stick with it. Stick with it. This is a 41 mansion spot compared to, if I got a house in that corner, a 51 house spot. I think I saved that corner for mansions as well then, which means that I would want to place you here. or 53. Yeah, I don't want to place you on the higher one yet. Okay, so that's placement 1. I can undo this if I need to. That's locking in the wall platform, but I'm fine with locking that in. We see if you can fit in this corner. You can. And like perfectly too. Oh, that's beautiful. Can I fit a house that's like 3 blocks? I can fit a house that's 3 blocks wide on this side. Absolutely amazing. This placement seems fine to me. I could also cap off, what is it? I could like shove it under this wall platform a lot more. Zoom out to get that. Yeah, so it's like a 40, okay, so it's a 45-point house. If I rotate it here, that's 46. Interesting that it's worth more on this side. I guess it's beside more houses. What about this one up here? It's worth 44. I think I'll play this one up here then. Creates 2 edges to play around. Ah, that's fine, that's fine. We've got another very small corner house. Hold on. Is this a better spot for a mansion? Worth 41 point? 35? It's not worth as many points on a mansion here. It's very close to being if it could hit these 2 wall platforms, but it's not going to. I think I still don't want to play anything down here yet because this is where I'm waiting for mansions. The mansion in here was worth 41 points. The house down here, it's cliff houses. The house down here is worth 50. So the mansion goes there for sure. I think the house might be fine coming out to here. What if I play it in this corner? Try a mansion down there again. 21 points down here. Yeah, so a house can go down here and be fine. Where are my houses? House. This is not bouncing the wisp though. I would need to undo this building, play the S block down here, and then I could bounce the wisp down. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So house here. Alright, so it's 51 points here, or is there a mansion spot here? There is not. I can play a house here and be comfortable with it. I do also see that building pack staring me down, but I want to get this house played. There, let me leave a good spot for an L-shaped block there. We've got 2 building packs to open, and we're very close to our next boon. Let's do the building packs first. Huts will scale off of shamans and city centers. They're good small buildings to put in my temple pit so that my guild halls can get a lot more points. And my guild hall point inverting very often though. I'll still take them. I don't know what it is, but like seaweed farm packs are not speaking to me this round. We're hoping to see a house on this pull. 2 houses, lucky us. Okay, that should be enough points to get us to the next building pack. And our next boon too. This S-shape not going there, not happening. This guy down here, that could work, so long as it leaves enough space for the mansion that I want to play. Let me try placing it as far into the wall as I can, and then I'll... Oh, hold on. If I play it a little bit in, I can save some space for cliff houses down here. Let's see if the cliff houses along this wall are worth anything. I mean, 16 points isn't bad when, like, the rest of the spots are looking like 10, you know? Oh my god, I forgot about this. My wisp is going to be able to bounce on every single cliff house I play. Even if they're in bad spots, I've got so many of them that I can use like 1 cliff house to bridge the gap. That's 5 points on each of these. That's 200 points right there. Yeah, okay, wisp was the way to go. No house there. House up here is fine. House down here is better. How much space would I need with the mansion? I'm gonna place the mansion here as a way to like size up how much space my house is going to need. So it's 41 if I get it, yeah, right in that corner. And then my house, where is it? At the end of my bar. Needs, can go right up against it, actually. So it goes for 54 points there, and it has enough space for another building to be placed on the right side of it. Okay. So it's lined up with... If I set my camera right, I can get it to pop up as soon as it's getting put. 60 points? Okay, let's see. If it's worth... So it's worth 57 right here. Ooh. If I get it to pull back just a little bit more, it's worth 60. So right where it's worth 60, that's where I'm going to play it. And then I should have enough space for my mansion afterwards. So we undo the mansion, pick up our house, go... Why am I not seeing 60 anymore? It's not scaling off that mansion. Why can't I find the 60? Okay, let me pull back a bit further so that I have like a better angle to look in there at. We're losing the plateau, and then we're... Oh, there it is. Gaining one, I just need to pull it down a bit. There's 60. And now we're going to test if a mansion can go behind it. So this one has enough space for one of the... Oh, hold on. This might be a hard mansion to play. Or it might be easy if I can get it in here. There's 33, there's 41. Okay, so this mansion can still fit in back there. So I have space for a big L block to fit down here. If it's a small corner piece, though, it gets an extra 8 points. I have enough space for another small corner piece mansion to go down here. But at this point, do I think I'm going to be able to bounce the Wisp off of mansions onto cliff houses? No. No. Do I start playing the mansions in the areas that they work best before I forget? Because, like, if I come back a day later, am I going to remember that there's a spot for a mansion back there? Let alone, what is it? Like, behind this house here. Oh, no. Did this platform now stop me from being able to play the mansion that I wanted to? Let's try. I don't think it's... Yeah, I think this is lined up now. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna play it before I forget. And I might also play this one before I forget. Again, there's like no way for me to bounce a Wisp onto and off of this position. Let alone while I have the correct mansion slot for it. Like the correct mansion size. Oh, you can't play on top of this rock. It's gonna be fine. It's not beside many other buildings. There you are. Okay, 42. We'll take it. Okay. I should see what this boon is. See if it's gonna change any of my play. Just stop giving me the add wall platform. I don't care. I think I hold out on this boom because I don't know how many industry buildings I'm gonna get. Sustainable could be worth more points than a wall platform, but like, okay, let's say I add one more wall platform in here. It's going to be worth 40 points for me, you know, because like it's beside so many other wall platforms. It's beside the 2 city centers down below, and I'll have more like buildings that can scale off of the like the cliff houses that scale +1 off of it, or the houses that scale +3, or the mansions that scale +6. I think it's going to give me more points than what a sustainable would. And I don't need to worry about like the amount of boon usages that I have for bonus points. I think this is like a bad option for me. I don't want to take either of these. If I had the ability to, I would re-roll and discard both of them. But I'm going to take add wall platform. It's going to give me more than a sustainable would. Sustainable would allow me to play lumberjacks beside where my hermitage goes. I don't care about using it on a mountain shrine though. That's going to be score multiplied anyways. Yeah, it's a wall platform. It's a wall platform. Okay, let's add our next building pack. We'll take a warehouse. So we have nice another house and another mansion. Let's see, do we still have small mansions? No. I'm gonna limit myself to another 30 minutes. I want to finish this challenge. I think I have like the ability to in one night, but I've got work tomorrow. I've got to like, get some good rest. As much as I want this to be my work. What's my next house looking like? It's looking like an... It's just like, it's like a flashbang of like, oh my, it's 70 points. It's like, it's close to the 50 points near here, but like, I don't know how to say it other than I get such a rush from seeing this number right here compared to like this one. Knowing that I've built an area that allows for a 70-point house is insane. 43 points back here. Is there anything more down here? 47. Could I tuck it in this back corner for more space? That's 47. Is a mansion better played down here? It's worth 27 in comparison. I think I'll find better spots for mansions in the future. Will I? Will I? I think I've got a lot down here that are, yeah, worth 27 as well. I'd rather play mansions over here and keep this to like mostly a house area. I played the few exceptions as mansions here because they're really good beside a bunch of plateaus and the 2 city centers. But beyond those 2 city centers, houses are just going to score better back here because now they can also hit those city centers from further away. So this house feels fine. This, oh my god, I'm getting like really good draw on how small my houses are. Like they're consistently the corner pieces. This is gonna get me to the next building track. Am I gonna get to like the end of this score loop by only playing houses and mansions and wall platforms? Like, where's my industry? Where is it? There's nothing. And now I have, oh, it's already 252. That's a really good fortune teller. I'm gonna have to wait a bit longer to play it. I've got 5 mansions to play. That's what gets me to my next round. I have 2 shamans, which I'm waiting for a blossom boon. I've got huts, which I'm waiting for more city centers. Let me go through all my buildings, see what I'm gonna play. I think it's gonna be mansions, but I'm still gonna reason about it. No fortune teller, more buildings. Like I need to draw more buildings before this is worth it. Warehouse, don't have any industry. Towers, need to wait until all my residential buildings are down. Huts, more city centers. Sauna, more, place my lumberjacks, which they might be too high, they're out of the range. Place more huts, place more houses. Parks, wait for my blossomed area. Mansions, that's what I'm thinking to play next. Docks, I wait for more houses, or I think houses like being beside the docks more, but like they're not gonna have the range to be seen by this dock. Same with the harbor. Yeah, the harbors and the docks seem like they get played on this corner over here, which also means that the fishers get played over here. Maybe they get a little bit better elsewhere. No, it doesn't look, there's not many fish spawns on this map. Yeah, they're too far away. So fishers are best placed over here. I'll probably play a second set of them over here. Oh, they need to be by the city centers. So it's set number 1 here, set number 2 right here. Got it. Fountains, they just get played after a lot more city or more city buildings go down. I need to keep an eye out for like where I want to play them here, especially like this, where it can like cut underneath the platform a little bit. What about in here? Can it fit in this pocket? I really doubt it, but I want to give it a try regardless. Yeah, and then this one doesn't have enough space on this side. I think this one also doesn't have like 2 blocks of space on its side. No, it should have 3, right? If I were to shrink this, I think it would fit. A fountain here might be nice. Oh, it's too tall for the actual platforms. Oh. Okay, so a fountain is slightly taller than regular buildings. I think I like have to put it here then, after more mansions go down, of course. Wheat fields, waiting for no reason right now. I just don't feel like playing them. Wheat fields is an option for points, but if I play them, they're scoring so little right now, and they're going to take such a long time to scale that I don't think it's going to be worth it for the fortune teller. I'd also prefer to bounce the wisp and play all my wheat fields one after another when that happens for like an extra 50 points, but The mills are waiting for the wheat fields. The lighthouse is waiting for docks, harbors, that kind of stuff to go down. Probably on a water platform out here, or like one, yeah, on this, and then a water platform out here. That's where my lighthouses are going. Sawmills, waiting on lumberjacks to be played, waiting on more verdures to be played, waiting on more hop fields to be played. How have I only drawn 2 hop fields? Waiting on more residential buildings to be played. I don't want to play my cliff houses until I've placed as many mansions as I can, because they get extra points from that. Yeah. And then wall platforms I want to be stingy with. So it's mansions next. If I play this mansion here rather than facing backwards, it scores the same amount, but it can maybe hit a fountain. What if I were to shove you into this back corner? I think I already played a building like this in that back corner, so I want to play one to match it like this. That's what it looks like anyways. So that's 14. If I were to, it's 20. If I were to back it up and play it there, it loses 1 brick of space, but it's worth 34 points. If I were to tuck it like that, that also doesn't work. Okay, so I'm losing 1 block down here, but I'm gaining 14 points on a building. I think that's point dense enough for it to be worth it, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, wait, it might actually not be losing that space, because again, it might be like going into the wall platform. It's a bit tough to tell. And yeah, now like I've completely blocked it off, I'm not gonna be able to see if that block of space is actually taken up by anything, which it isn't from what I can remember, but yeah. Ooh, I was waiting for a corner mansion in here. What about a fountain? A fountain is scoring 41 points here compared to like 20 points elsewhere. 41 points over here. This is another spot for a fountain because it's beside the city centers. I know that it's a good spot for a house. At least I believe it is. I don't have a house to check that with, but this should be saved for a mansion. Or sorry, should be saved for a fountain. Where else is a mansion good? This is pretty good. I think a house is worth 50 back here though, and I can save a long mansion to be played back here. I think I might still play a mansion back here regardless. Waiting for a longer L-shaped mansion. This one is a fine mansion to play. This one seems like this one is a fine mansion to play. I'm hoping that it gets sucked into this wall platform, but beggars can't be choosers. It does. Nice. Okay. Next wall. Ooh, I'm getting so lucky on the sizes of my cities, on my city buildings. I'm like planning around getting longer L blocks, and I'm just getting corner pieces. This can't fit in. Nothing can fit in back there. If I do this, I can tuck it into the corner, but I think I've also got like a longer L block primed for that position, so I'll wait. This is a 40-point fountain compared to a 40-point mansion. I was waiting for a corner piece to play it for 47 here. And how many fountains am I actually going to be drawing? And even if I play it here, it's going to be worth 39 compared to the 44. And the mansion difference between being played here, 38 to 40 to 47. Yeah, I'm gonna play a 47-point mansion. Like that. It's going to stop me from playing along the grid back here perfectly though, which means that I get 1 less building back here. But does that matter when like not many wall platforms are over here? I don't think so. And then it might leave more space for like cliff houses to be played over. Or I can do that. Or I can just do that, and that gets me back the space that I want to build on. Alright, this is an L-shaped block. I need to see if any of the spaces that I have like available fit this guy. I think all of them are currently the other L-shaped block. L-shaped block in that direction. This is, I think, just a corner piece in that direction, not an L-shaped block. I guess it could go up here if it was high point scoring. It's not going here. This is the other L-shaped block. This is the other L-shaped block. Down below is the other L-shaped block. I need to prep a spot that allows these L-shaped blocks to be played in tandem. I think one here and then one here is the way to go. I would rather it be, okay, 31 points, and then, yeah, but then this one isn't going to fit. Alright, if I play you for 31 points, then 24 is the next one. I don't know if I like that either. Alright, 31 points here, 24 points here. Can I get this to be worth 31 somehow? If I move it up, is that going to snap down? No. Let me add buildings, see what I get. Tavern. That's going to score off of all of my houses. There's going to be, and my cliff houses. There's going to be a lot of them. I'll take it. We have another house to play. Let's get that down. And it's the wrong L-shaped block. Oh, okay. I do need to plan for some more spots that fit this L-shaped house as well. I'm not playing a house for 37 points. I can find a spot that will play it, that will score more. I would like to see under here if there's anything that I can fit. it's going to be really hard to tell because I can't remember exactly how much space this plateau had, and it's not like an even amount. It's not like a 6x6 wall platform that I know exactly how much space is left behind on. It's worth 45 back here. 45 isn't bad. It's not perfect though. What if I were to play an L-shaped block back here? Do I have the ability to? Did I stop myself? No, I didn't. It's, come on, it's 62 points. I think I have to. Yeah, this was saved for a mansion earlier, but... Okay, what if I were to play a mansion here? How many points is it? It's 37. Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's a house spot. Okay. Next building to play, probably the 2 mansions that I have in my inventory. Where would they go? Down here is all right. I can try looking to fit another one back here, but okay. I played this S-shaped block like this, and then I played the corner piece like this, meaning I've got like 1 block of free space, maybe 2 here. There's nothing below it though, and it's not a 2x2 block of space back there. So I think this plateau down below is completely filled. The wall platform above it is not though. So let me zoom out and see if I can like see that for myself. Back here, it's just rock, and I can't see if there's a house there. I think I can, right there on the cusp. And it's 2 blocks of space, yeah. So there isn't enough space for anything to go. What if I were to see if a tavern can fit? Okay, so a tavern can fit where buildings can fit, right? It's a bit taller, so this might not be a good example, but if I can fit a tavern in back there, that would tell me how much space is left behind. I think the rock might be blocking it. It also might just be too low of a wall platform to be played. Let me try this. No, it does fit underneath that wall platform. Okay. Can you bridge the gap like other buildings can? You can. What if I were to put an L-shaped block like that back there? You're the correct L-shaped block for it. Let me test that. Come on, your buddies just showed me that you could bridge across the gap. You can't? I guess it might not have a full 2 blocks of space beneath it in that direction. Alright, where does this mansion go? Need to feel out some of the spots again. Underneath here, possibly? 37 points isn't bad. I think it was 37 that I saw for a second. 38 if it goes up here. I think I'm fine with this. Yeah, does it fit another one like this in the future? Then it's only 21. Oh, hold on. If this guy can be played right on the edge of the wall platform, then I'm going to do it. All right, so it's 20 points if it's played on the edge. It's 32 right now. I think that's 32 and like close enough to the edge that it won't matter. And that guy's flush? Okay, sure. 38 if I bring it in a bit closer. I think that building space is more worth it than playing the mansion for 38 points. Then I can play this guy here, and I hope and pray that this is enough space to play a block. Actually, I can test it. Can this guy squeeze in between? It's tight, but it can. Okay. That is yet another one of these blocks that I'm going to need at some point to fill out that space, but it's fine. We'll see what our buildings are. Circus. We get a new house. That's great. We didn't get a new mansion, though, so we are going to have to play, like, 1 building other than our residential stuff to make it to the next building pack. Unless this boon is something that we like to see. Or, like, something that scores us points. I would like to test that this is, still... Yeah, it is still buildable. Good. Let's see what that boon is. 6 more cliff houses. Okay, at minimum 30 points because of wisp bounces. At minimum 4 points because that's the base score of a cliff house, I believe. At minimum, it's going to be by like 1 or 2 wall platforms. It has to be. So this is going to equivocate to like how many? I want to say this is 180 points. Like I can play cliff houses for 30 points a pop. Demolish, getting 2 of them means that I could remove temples in good spots. That's it. What else would I demolish? A mountain shrine. I would need 2 level ups to be able to get both of these demolishes used for free, and that's difficult but possible. If I use the demolishes for free And I wouldn't duplicate a temple, I don't think. I'd probably duplicate my fortune teller. Both are going to be worth around 400. I don't think the mountain shrine's going to be worth much. I'm not blossoming many trees this time around. I could either duplicate a temple and I don't need to take this demolish, or I duplicate fortune tellers and I can take the add cliff house. And the add cliff house also scales the fortune tellers by an extra 18 points. This is seeming like the better option. 50. 54 cliff houses to play. They did add more to the draw pool for cliff houses, by the way. Feeling like 250 pointers. It's pretty good. I could also do, what is it? This one down here for 50 points, and then this one up here for 54. Then I have another corner piece for like this house for another 51. I feel like those 3 spots are good. Now, with the amount of residential buildings I've gotten, and I'm going to get, I think I'm comfortable playing one more wall platform above these guys to score all of the houses that I'm playing in here by another 3 points. I could also play it out here instead, but it's not going to get as many of them. I think I want to keep things condensed. They go here. That does mean that if I'm playing the Hermitage here, no, then they're in range of the houses. This wall platform is like, it's gone. It's gone. It's a bad placement. I lost the points on it. I need to now, like, remember, Hermitages go on the other side of my residential area because I'm going to be building up across, like, the entire board. I've got 20 wall platforms. I'm going to be building up in this space. Where are my mansions? Do I have any left? No, I played my last one, and then I have a house here. I'm really hurting for another city center, by the way. Okay, I could play 1 here, 2 here. Does this push up close enough to the wall that I can play 6 across? I don't think so. If I play them here, though, I can maybe, like, sneak it in. We'll see. I think it's more safe to play them on this side first and then move up afterwards. So we play this one first so that I know exactly where the next one fits into place. So like this. And then we actually have to play other buildings. I don't want to play buildings that are going to have the wisp bounced to it. So like a fountain in this area I don't want to do. I could play a fountain in this area, but I think I'm waiting on more mansions before I play this guy. I can't go up here, and that's a great spot for it. It could go up here. I've got spaces for houses on this side. I don't need space for houses on this side. I do need spaces for fountains, though. I would play 1 back here, and then 1... I'd want to play it out of range of each other. So, like... Oh, wait. Okay, I think I've found my fountain spot. I think it just barely comes out. Oh, it snaps in. Now, that might get rid of some buildable space up here for, like, a temple. Let me check that out. So, like, if I'm playing a circus here, it's like the slightest bump out from hitting that fountain. But like if I'm playing a building here and then I play another building down here, it's going to snap into it. So that's fine. That's odd. Okay. Terrace. Yes. Yes. We've got a new house. That's good. The terrace is going to go up here, but I'm going to wait for more, like another verdure to be played underneath it. So we play a house and we're going to hope... Oh, it's not a good shape to fit against this. I could play it down below, but that's only 41 points. I could play it over here for 49. 51. I'm getting rid of 1 block in the corner. I would like to continue bouncing the wisp. Can I play it on this platform from behind for a lot of points? Come on, I know there's a spot that you're gonna fit. Let me line it up, like twist it in the correct direction first. Yeah, it's not twisted in the correct direction. Now it is. Then we zoom out. We wiggle you around until you turn white. Let me zoom in a bit more to see what I'm looking at. I'm trying to get it on this one down here. Pretty far up, actually. Okay. So it's more about getting it far in than getting it off to the left or the right. Okay. I don't know if it could fit in back there. I think it's hitting some of the rock face too early, and there's only 2 blocks of buildable space back there, which means I would need a corner piece to fill it out. What if I would have tried playing you from this direction? Okay, that works. That works. How many is it? 47 points. And it's getting rid of 1 block of space. Oh, no, never mind. It squishes further back. So there. It's getting rid of 2 blocks of buildable space. I would prefer to have like 2 small corner pieces, or yeah, I don't want to play this S-shaped block back there. Can I play it over here for any amount of points? I think I want to keep this to be like my mansion area. What about behind the mansions here? Not that much. About here? 42 points. I think there's 1 slot saved for mansions. Yeah, like this right here. So I don't want to take up 1 block above this thing. Grab the house again. See if I push it all the way under that platform. I need to zoom in properly. There. So it is worth 42 over there, but I've got higher point scorings over here, especially because it's also bouncing the wisp. Can't play it back here, or I probably can play it back here. I just need to get a better angle there, but not yet, not yet. That's a spot that I'm going to use after I fill out these areas. Is this fine as a placement? It's 47 points, which is like 42 if it's not the wisp. Sure. What about a spot like here in the future? That really means that like this back area isn't going to be used, or it's not going to be used to great effect. Would it be otherwise though? I don't think so. I think this is, yeah, this is like the closest thing that's grabbing all of those wall platforms. I'm fine with this placement. And terraces are waiting on city centers and masons, so I don't play them yet. Circuses are just, yeah, they're way too large and unruly for me to make them worth anything. Yeah, I think these guys are just going to be dumpstered off to the side eventually. Sucks that I've drawn 2 of them already. Unless they like cliff houses, then maybe I can put them around like a big cliff house wall. Huts still aren't going to be, they're not worth anything, and they won't be for quite some time. They could be the things that fill up extra single slots of space that I've left behind, but it's hard to remember where they are. I'll leave that for the future. Again, more city centers, and maybe like, yeah, after I get my shamans down up here, then I could. Saunas are waiting for my lumberjacks to go down. Parks are waiting for a blossom. Docks and harbors are waiting for more houses. Pyres? They're waiting for lumberjacks because there's no way that they're seeing those city centers. I mean, maybe they could detect it this way, or like here. Yeah, but this is a space that I want to spend on a house or something. It's so crazy. I think it's still fine to like not have pyres scale off of city centers. They just need to be pocketed underneath somewhere. Fisher. This is like the start of the chain of aquatic buildings. I could play it for 20 points. And I want to get the wisp onto a mill somehow, which is going to be like it gets onto a mason at some point. How would I get it onto a mason? Maybe from, I don't know, I'm unsure. I do want my cliff houses to get the wisp somehow before I start playing it, so I think, hold on, do they scale off of a park? They do. This feels like I could put a park back here in one of these positions. Something that's like hard to get a house into, and then I start playing cliff houses like crazy down this back wall. But like, I might want to snake the cliff houses over to this side to play them by all of the mansions. But I need more mansions to be down before I start like feeling comfortable about, yeah, playing cliff houses here. Yes, they're worth 13, and they'll be worth like 20 once I have a wisp bouncing, or like, yeah, when I have more cliff houses beside them and a wisp bouncing, they'll be worth like 20 each. But I don't want to be playing just 20 point buildings because a fortune teller is like, it's not going to scale anymore if I start playing those buildings. I could play another wall platform to give me 30 points to get me to the next building pack, hoping to draw enough houses and mansions to get me to the next one after that. Or I start getting some of my heavy hitters, like, well, no, I need a boon to be able to get my blossom to start making those buildings heavier hitters. Okay, that means that I'm also losing out on the points that I would have gotten from playing this wall platform early. What do I need space for, really? It's just residential buildings, right? I'm not going to care about sawmills that much, or the sawmills can go on this green platform up top. Circuses, I could use a wall platform in the future to like play them in a perfect spot, or I could just get houses that are worth more, you know? I think in the future I save like 2 wall platforms in my back pocket and I create more residential areas. I will also create more double stacked wall platforms. Do I confront this problem next time? I'm leaning to that as the option. Lumberjacks they're not very sad if they're played right now before the trees get blossomed compared to parks or anything else that scales off of green buildings. So I'm comfortable playing one of them now to get me to the next pack. It needs to be played for 29 points. I want to play it out of the way. I'm still hoping for more verdures and for them to go down here. So I should play lumberjacks that aren't in this area. They should be further in this direction. I guess here, and then this lumberjack could go down here in the future. It's worth 20 points. It's worth 24 here. Okay. So 1, 2 lumberjacks, and then 3, 4 lumberjacks, it's looking like. And this is the... Which way is a better way to fit this in? I think I'm gonna go with this one. What's our next building pack looking like? Guildhall. Great. I want to see how much that's worth negative points wise. We get just parks and cliff houses. That's going to be hard to get to the next round. We're at negative 261. So our level up's going to be worth around 500 currently. That's a pretty good like boon score amount. It's going to be worth more with the 58 cliff houses being in range. I think it's time to start ripping some cliff houses. But by that, I mean playing a park and then playing all of my cliff houses because I don't have any other buildings that I want to score. Not parks yet, need a blossom. Not my terrace yet, I want to wait for more city centers or a mason. Where do my cliff houses go then? Actually, this is a good time to break it. Now that I know that I'm playing cliff houses next, I've got a plan, and it's like a plan that's going to take a while to put into action. I'll cut the episode here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.